Hey Water Tankers, Malavik to see your friendly neighborhood tanker, and today's video tutorial we're going to be teaching you how to do a model swap. What that entails is you take one model from one same nation line, i.e. German, German, Allied, Allied, Russian, Russian, and you take it from, say, a tier 1 tank. For example, say you're running in a M2 MT, but you really like the look of the Sherman. What you can do is take the Sherman model and you can run it so that you see a Sherman, but everyone else still sees you as the M2 MT. It's not a hack, it's not a glitch, it's called a mod. And how we do this is we find the tank we want to use, for example the Sherman here. You make copies of the LOD0 files in normal, crash, and all the folders in collision you make a backup of. So crash, load 0, all there, made a backup. L2, sorry, 0, sorry, normal, 0, made a backup. And what you do is you take your desired tank that you want it to be, for example, Pershing, normal, load 0, control A copy, and we paste it in here. Do this for all conflicts, yes, and rinse and repeat. We do the same for crash 0, all copy, paste, do this, and then we do the same for collision. So we go back into this, collision, all copy, and paste. Okay, and I'm going to leave this part of the video here, and next part of the video you'll see is my World of Tanks client running the model swap. See you in the next part. Well, due to some technical difficulties, my fraps nor my play claw recorded my in-game audio. So you're probably just going to see my tank dancing around and seeing the mouse move and think what the hell's going on. But what I was trying to explain to you and show you was the fact that I didn't have the pattern nor the pattern nor the Prashang unlocked, yet I'm still able to use the models. I'd also like to give a big shout out to Virtualdub. This program is indispensable if you are a user of Camtasia and Fraps, simply because the video encoding in this program is simply amazing. It encoded a 3.5 gigabyte file down to 81 megabytes in under 7 minutes. Yes, 7 minutes. I was just completely freaking astonished. And the video quality hasn't dropped. Nothing. In fact, if anything, the video quality increased, and you're going to see that in this video, because here I'll show you. I'm actually in the middle of editing the video and rendering it in Sony Vega as I'm recording this last clip, simply because the last clip didn't come through properly for me, so I'm having to record it here, which is, as you can see, it didn't crash, it didn't cause any glitches, it didn't cause any errors, and it's just a small way of getting some enjoyment out of the grind tiers, because allied tiers 6, 7s and 8s are nothing but a grind fest, a boring grind fest, and a simple model swap can pick up lift your spirits, so to say, and get you back into the game, as they say. And that's what I've done, is I've swapped out my Sherman and a few of my old lower tier tanks for the higher tier ones. Doesn't affect their game performance at all, but just it makes me feel like a beast, and if I feel like a beast, I play like a beast. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There is some limitations in what you can do. You cannot swap an artillery piece for a light tank. You cannot swap a tank destroyer for a heavy tank, even if they've got a turret or not. You can't. Through some experimentation, I have managed to cross class tanks, i.e. taking a German tank and putting it in the Allied line, taking a French tank and putting it in the Russian line, for example. You can do that with some limitations as well. But adding the damage file and the crash file, for example, right here, ResMods 1.2, vehicles, American. Okay, adding the crash and collision folders prevents the old glitch error where if your tank even touched anything, it would cause the client to crash. That included the ground. So if you're still getting crashing issues when you first load into a map, that'll fix it. You just transfer over the collision and the crash folder, these two, from the tank that you've swapped over to it. Your Sherman skins are not used anymore, simply because the models redirect to the other tanks. So if you wish to skin your tank, like you saw in my Prashang, you saw the beginnings of a skin I'm in the process of working on. That's how you do it. You'd skin the actual Prashang's skin file, not the Sherman's. The Sherman's is not used anymore, for example. And pretty much that's where I'm going to leave it at for you guys. And yeah, big shout out to Virtualdub, and a big shout out to Pandy Cole. He's another guy that does great videos on YouTube about water tanks. Big shout out to All Farts with Guns, and an even bigger shout out to all my Deceptive Cobras fans and all my subscribers. So yeah, that's where I'm leaving it at, guys. So this is where the video will start to roll out and fade to black. And take care, guys. Bye bye.